Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for waiting. My God, first of all, before we get to the Windows update that was like an hour long, hit subscribe to this channel. Thank you so very much. DB, exactly. Jordan B, thank you so much. Debbie, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for starting off the live stream. Jordan B, Debbie, I believe Paul Bartlett. Thank you so much, everybody. It is party time. Why is it party time? Liz Cheney lost to Harriet Hagemen. It's official. She lost to Harriet Hagemen. And the reason she lost is because when you continually accuse Trump of committing crimes based on the apoplectic and almost always hysterical accusations of Democrats, you're not doing the country any favors. When you're accusing Trump of being a menace to democracy, as your father Darth Vader helped plunge the world and the country into never-ending military conflict, never-ending counterinsurgency quagmires, that Trump with the Doha Agreement got us out of, that Biden mashed potato brains reluctantly abided by. Those 13 Americans should be alive today. Those over 100 Afghans should be alive today. If you're a morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat, and you are retweeting the Lincoln Project, you're very likely an imbecile. So these are the same people who were not only against marriage equality, if you're on the left, but they're the ones who plunge the country and the world into never-ending military conflict based on WMD and failed intelligence. So hit subscribe to this channel. We also have Trump, who has the entire system against him, winning yet again. Yet again, he's victorious, ladies and gentlemen. And she had everything leveled at him. She had the entire weight of the United States government, Congress, media. Oh my God, Cheney's a media darling along with Kinzinger. So thanks everybody. G. Korber, everybody here. Paul Bartlett, thank you so much. Jordan B, thank you so very much. Debbie, thank you for starting off the super chat. If you want to support my work, and I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Sport, hello. I do apologize that I was late. I'm telling you something. This was like the Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street Windows update. Okay? My God. And it's probably still updating. This computer is somewhat old. It's not really that old, but it's somewhat old. And so this was like 2 hours ago. I said, okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and just hit the update and then restart. But for some reason, it didn't do that until I was at the computer at like, I'm not joking, I was at the computer like 9:26. And I was like, oh, okay. There's like 200 people waiting. Fantastic. But you know what? I appreciate you waiting. God bless the people of Wyoming. To my super chat, thank you so very, very much. Exactly. Tom73, exactly. Lying Dog Face Pony Soldier, hello. So Liz Cheney lost, and you have to ask yourself, what was the purpose? What was the point? What was the point to, what was the purpose of that congressional committee? Because they didn't find a crime. So what was the purpose? They did not find a crime. Okay? What was the purpose if they didn't find a crime? What was the purpose of accusing Trump every 2 seconds of being a problem to democracy, a menace to democracy, when democracy entails that half the electorate gets to vote for the candidate they choose? Half the electorate wants Trump. They don't want Liz Cheney. Okay, then she's saying, oh, she's going to run for president. Go ahead and do it. I just can't wait for the debate between... No, there wouldn't even be a debate. Would there be? If she's running for president, there wouldn't even need to be there wouldn't be a primary, but let's say there is a primary because Trump is running away with it in terms of polls. But let's say there is a primary. Could you imagine Trump versus Liz Cheney? Could you imagine that? Dominic, hello. Could you imagine that? Eric, hello. Nanya, Angela, hello. Nuna, Hetty, hello, everybody. JG! Could you imagine a debate between Liz Cheney and Trump? It would be the best thing you've ever seen in your life. What does Liz Cheney, what do never Trump Republicans offer? Never-ending military conflict. George W. Bush was the worst president of all time because of the damage he did in terms of national security and foreign policy. So do you want to go back to the years of George W. Bush? When you have these never Trump conservatives, I don't understand this at all. I was on the left my whole life. This doesn't really happen on the left. Everyone just falls in line. Nobody really cares about media. Well, they do, but it's a different type of dynamic on the left. They just always fall in line no matter what. They have no independent, no free will. The conservative side is interesting. You have 90+% support, but then you have 10% or so of people who are like, I don't like Trump's character. You like Bush's character? You like Dick Cheney's character? Paul Bartlett, thank you again. To my super chat, thank you so much, everybody. This is a huge, huge day. This is a complete... Trump has almost completely reshaped the Republican Party. I wouldn't vote Republican if not for Trump. I wouldn't vote for Cheney. You think I would vote for Cheney or Mitt Romney? Could you imagine the weakest ticket you could ever imagine in your life? Mittens Romney, and now introducing... Dun 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 dun. Mitt Romney and Liz Cheney. Mitt Romney and Liz Cheney. The only thing worse would be Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan. I mean, it's like we've had these Republicans before. We've had 8 years of Bush. Now we have mashed potato brains. We had 8 years of President Obama, and Trump defeated Clinton. That was a message from the American people saying that we don't want a socially liberal Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld type of foreign policy. We don't want that. Who wants Liz Cheney running the Republican Party, continually harping about democracy, while she pushes for never-ending military conflict and failed policies? There's only so many times you can say that Trump is a menace to democracy or that our intelligence community thinks that Trump did this or that. The intel community is like, these organizations or these agencies are like serpents. They slither towards power, media, influence. Okay, when DC realizes that Donald Trump is not going anywhere, let's say he hopefully takes back the Oval Office, you will see the intel agencies become loyal to Trump because they will say, okay, Democrats and media, even media will shift. There won't be the apoplectic and hysterical, JG, I didn't. Liz Cheney, America, modern day Abraham Lincoln. If you took away literally everything about Abraham Lincoln and just pretended Cheney was as amazing. This was a monumental defeat because you had the entire system. See, the system relies on not really turncoats, because it's not like Liz Cheney or Kinzinger. They voted 90% plus in favor of Trump. So they voted 90% of the time in favor of Trump. But they were never Trump Republicans. You can't say they were turncoats. You can't say that they betrayed Trump so much as just slithered towards what they considered to be influential after politics. They knew that Trump was taking over the Republican Party, has already taken over the Republican Party. And so they want a book deal, and they're going to get a book deal. They'll get 10, maybe 12 people to read her book. This is what Democrats do, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, to my super chat, thank you again, Jordan B, Debbie, and Paul Bartlett. Thank you so very much, as always. I can't do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize for being late today. This was a nightmarish Windows update. But this is what they do. A person like Cheney votes 90% in favor of Trump, according to 538. 90%. 90% in line with Trump. Okay? And you have a situation where they don't realize that they're either, well, no, maybe they do, because the thing is, like, if Liz Cheney would rather have mashed potato brains Joe, well, I'm almost, coming to this conclusion right now. It's maybe an epiphany. I'm thinking to myself, okay, what is the point? Do you want... Oh, okay, you know what it is? It's the following. They would rather have Biden. They would rather have Biden because, you know what? It's not like if you vote 90%, according to 538, if you're Kinzinger and Cheney, you vote 90% of the time with Trump. Yet you think he's a menace to democracy. What does that say about you? Why did you vote 90+% of the time with Trump if you think he's a menace to democracy? Christina B, I was. Christina, it was so stressful. I was looking at my phone as the thank you, Christina. I was looking at my phone. It was like 100+ people waiting. I'm like, ah! And it was, and the Windows thing is like, don't turn off your computer. Now checking. 0% files. 0%. And I was like, and then I restarted the computer as if that, I was like, so, and then like 5 minutes later it was like 10%, checking 10%. And I was like, and then I restarted the computer a couple times, but yeah, sorry about that, everybody. Yeah, it was horrible. But anyway, if you vote 90% for Trump and you think he's a menace to democracy, you're lying. And when media is desperately trying to prevent Trump, and they're failing to do so, he didn't commit a crime. This is the real problem. He didn't commit a crime. Paul, thank you again. He didn't commit a crime, and he didn't commit a crime, but they need to set him up, or they need to indict him. I mean, there's a chance. And by the way, Trump may announce his presidential run soon. Fundraising off FBI. So yeah, Trump to fundraise for Lee Zeldin. Rolling out to welcome at Trump FBI in post-raid fundraising. So he's making a great deal of money, and if they indict him, I'm still voting for him, just like Democrats would still vote for Joe or Hillary if they were indicted. By the way, I want a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump 2024. But the reason I'm voting for Trump, even if he's indicted, is because he didn't commit a crime. They can try to indict him and accuse him of something he didn't do. So you can indict an innocent person, and you can indict an innocent person based on evidence that is completely fabricated, like the Steele dossier, for example. They didn't indict Clinton, who did commit crimes. So the response, the rebuttal from Democrats would be, you're going to vote for Trump? Trump is indicted. He's going to go to prison. And the response there is everyone on the planet knows the man didn't commit a crime. Everyone on the planet knows the entire American political system, media, social media, algorithms, Hollywood, they all want him out of the picture. They don't want him to run. They don't want him in the Oval Office again. It is the biggest nightmare they've ever had in their lives. They have devoted every waking hour, every fiber of their being to ensuring that he doesn't run. So obviously, it would make a mockery of the rule of law to indict Trump 6 years after investigations showed he didn't collude with the Kremlin. He didn't engage in campaign finance violations with Stormy. He didn't have. He wasn't the epicenter of criminality with his tax returns, or in New York or in Georgia. He didn't commit crimes in both impeachments. Notice how they impeached him for things that were not criminal. An impeachment is supposed to be for a crime. They say that, well, it's just a political statement. Nixon committed a crime. Nixon obstructed justice, and there was a break-in. Watergate was a break-in. This is why, like, a great deal of morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats don't know history. Watergate was a break-in. President-elect! Because Sticks gave you a shout-out. Kevin, thank you! Sticks X and Hammer is awesome. Thank you, President-elect. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Sticks. Jordan B. No worries for the delay. I work as systems admin, and every quarter we have to apply Windows updates to over 300 servers, and issues happen. Red wave is what I crave, bro, in the midterms, and it's going to happen. That is definitely going to happen. I think that the Senate is going to go Trump Republican, Jordan B. And President-elect, thank you so very much. I watched Tim Pool, BCP. He has a new channel, as you all know, that you should know. Black Conservative Perspective. And he's fantastic. And he's going to get back to his 1 million subs, because he deserves 1 million subs. And he's absolutely awesome. Black Conservative Perspective, BCP, you are the man. And subscribe to his channel, ladies and gentlemen. Christina B. This is for the stress you endured because of that. Thank you so very much, Christina. Thank you. Jordan, thank you. President-elect, I appreciate that. You know, Christina, it's really interesting because when you start thinking about philosophical, it's like, you know, when your team loses in football and you're like, you know, at least I didn't get run over by a truck. Or, you know, start thinking about, like, you know, crazy things that you're lucky not to have endured. Or that you're alive. When you start, like, getting into philosophy, the philosophy of life, you know you're really frustrated. Because I was sitting there like, Rah! And then in my head I'm like, thank God I'm alive. And you know what? Just think of the positives. So, but Christina, thank you so very much. Jordan B, thank you. Thank you, Jordan B. Thank you so much. President-elect, thank you. It's really awesome. It's really awesome because you have the entire system. Again, this is what I don't understand. And JG, I think you understand. I think you see what I'm seeing also regarding this. How do you have, ladies and gentlemen, smart, intelligent, educated people who suspend logic just because they despise someone's personality? Like, I would not vote for Trump if he didn't have great policies. I would not vote for Trump if he had Lincoln Project, Liz Cheney foreign policy. Democrats would vote for mashed potato if they have no problem with Biden or Clinton. And by the way, I do believe Hillary is going to be nominee. I pray every day for Hillary Clinton to become nominee. Hillary Trump 2024. Anyway, they would vote against their alleged value system or interests. I do not. I want a great economy. Trump proved that we had a highest ever household median income and the lowest ever poverty rate. And there are socialists, there are some socialist publications or far left. And one article I ran across, I don't know why I ran across it, but it was Trump's war on the class, on the working class. What? What are you talking about? Things were best for the working class in 2019. Things were the best for every American in terms of the economy in general in 2019. We had the lowest on record. This is according to CNN, according to the Census Bureau, according to every economic data. You can look it up. We had the lowest ever. The lowest ever. Here, we could do it right now. Here, household median income, record high. CNN. Ladies and gentlemen, to my super chat, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a far left edgy socialist, okay, what do you not like about this? I know, because the whole allure to being a leftist or socialist or Democrat is you care about poor people. Well, okay, median household income was $68,700 in 2019, the highest since 1967. The poverty rate fell to 10.5%, the lowest since records started in 1959. What is wrong with that? Can somebody tell me? Can somebody tell me, please, what's wrong? What is wrong with the lowest record ever, the lowest poverty rate on record ever since they recorded it in 1959? Can somebody tell me what's wrong? If you debate the most hardcore socialist or Democrat, liberal Democrat, or Paul Krugman or Robert Reich, do they not know that poverty was at its lowest point since 1959 and 2019 before Democrats gleefully tanked their state economies? Because if you know what? And we don't have to get into that. If I was allowed to speak, I'd have 1 million subs now. But we're not allowed to speak, so I go slowly, slowly, slowly. We're almost at 200,000, ladies and gentlemen. It's because of you. I was hoping I didn't get one of those nasty messages that you know why you don't have 200,000? Because you're late to your live streams, that's why. I was oh no, that's one person. That person's going to be on there. Just saying, I just can't wait to see that. But median household income was $68,700. What's wrong with that? Nelson Reyes, Nelson, thank you for your well-organized presentation, Perspective Trump 2024. Thank you so much, Nelson. I appreciate that. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. And you know what? It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Christina, thank you again. Nelson, thank you so much for the kind words. Greatly, greatly appreciated. If there was a person, Nelson, Christina, Paul, everyone here, Jordan B., honestly, if I knew, if you had Trump and you had Hillary Clinton, okay? Nelson and Christina and everybody here, Paul, JG, everybody here, Eric, I would vote for Hillary Clinton if I knew that we would have the highest ever household median income, the lowest ever poverty rate on record, or the highest household median income since 1967. If you could promise me, if it was Hillary Trump, and then with Trump, if his future was geopolitical nightmare in Europe, recession, inflation at 8.5 to 9.1%, a catastrophe with the Doha agreement, he negotiated it. It was a great negotiation. It was because of him we have Americans back home, but it was because of mashed potato brains Joe that 13 Americans lost their lives and over 100 Afghans lost their lives. But if the tables were turned and you knew that Hillary would give you, that Hillary Clinton, McLean Blades, hello! If you knew Hillary Clinton would give you the highest household median income since 1967, the lowest poverty rate since on record, since it was recorded, with being the first president to step foot in North Korea. If Hillary did exactly what Trump did, and you knew that she would do that, I'd vote for Hillary. And she was against never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts, and she was against never-ending wars, like Trump is. I would vote for Hillary, but she's not. That's why Democrats will have no problem voting for her in 2024. Because they'll say, oh, Trump's boxes, but his Mar-a-Lago. It's like, no, but her emails, her email servers with top secret intel that were secret. Chantha! Hanisana, thank you! Thank you, Chantha! Thank you, Chantha Hanisana. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Thank you, Chantha. Thank you so much. Greatly, greatly appreciated. I hope you're having a great evening. Thank you so much. If I knew Chantha, Nelson, Christina, everybody here, this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not bound by political party. I'm not enamored with Hillary or Bill's personality, or definitely not. Hey, man, come on, man. I want to do push-ups, man. I mean, do you think Joe has a great personality? They keep saying that Trump has this horrible character. Oh, his character is so horrible. How's Biden's character? Is he a fantastic human being with Hunter? So I'm trying to say, like, in an alternate universe, if somebody could tell me that a future Hillary Clinton presidency would lead to what Trump accomplished, I'd vote for Hillary. But that ain't happening because that's not her foreign policy or domestic policy. Trump's tax cuts worked. So, well, what did he do? The tax cuts worked. His emphasis on high tones, his emphasis on business worked. He wouldn't go after the oil and gas companies like Biden and Clinton would do. He wouldn't obsess over protecting the planet. See, what they do is they obsess over protecting the planet with climate change policies. Then they reverse course and get sued by environmental groups. The way Trump ran the country was very good. JG. Like, let me explain something to everybody. What did Trump do so horrible? What did this man do to make people despise him so much? Lie by omission. What did this man do? I don't know what he did. I really don't know what he did. Other than tweet. He got people upset with his tweets. Every single day, nobody on the planet would be able to withstand. Nobody on the planet would be able to withstand, ladies and gentlemen, the nonstop, never-ending, 24/7 onslaught from media. You could find the cure for cancer, and if media did to that person what they did to Trump, oh my God, it still wouldn't work out. Henry! The Bushes and Cheneys make money with never-ending conflicts. Trump did not want counterinsurgency conflicts all over the world. Exactly. Thank you, Henry. Thank you very much. Exactly. And he didn't want never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts. That is not what Trump is about. That's what Democrats and the never-Trump Republicans and Democrats are about that. That's what they're about. Jacob, yes. Exactly. Exactly, Henry. Thank you. Exactly. See, when you have when you have Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert and Saturday Night Live, and they're obsessed with you. And by the way, Alec Baldwin is still claiming he didn't, he only pulled the hammer, which is hilarious because even the FBI, which really doesn't that's what they're there for, to actually run those forensic tests. They're not there to go after former presidents. But if you type in, let's see, if you type in Baldwin, he's still saying, it's kind of hilarious. He's still saying that hold on. Alec Baldwin, he's not stopping. Oh my God. Oh my God, this guy is not stopping. Walls closing on Alec. The man is not stopping. Everybody on the set knows exactly what happened. They were all afraid of you. What are you talking about? He's not. The man almost certainly lied after accidentally ending the life of somebody. Alec Baldwin's claim refuted by. Oh my God. Alec Baldwin's claim refuted by FBI report in Rust film. Okay, so this is hilarious. First of all, you didn't even need the Bureau to run those tests. The USCCA, which I'm a part of and member of, and a whole bunch, everyone that looked at the Colt 45 knew you cannot utilize it without doing something extra in addition to pulling the hammer. So it's a live stream. We won't get into it because everything is forbidden and a big problem. Every single person on the set knows. No, that's impossible. Knows who to blame? Oh my God, now he's throwing. Oh my God, now he's trying to go after. Who is he trying to blame now? This is the thing. You start lying. The man almost certainly lied. And he almost certainly lied about about a situation where I do believe he accidentally ended this woman's life, but he almost certainly lied about the firearm. You cannot, first of all, you don't point it in anyone's direction. Why wasn't the armorer in the church? This is the problem with this man. He's obviously an intelligent human being, but at a certain point, if you're too much of a narcissist, your ego prevents you from thinking clearly and makes you say stupid things and makes you do stupid things. And so if his defense was he only pulled the hammer and it went off by itself, why wasn't the armor in the church, number one? Why was he pointing at another human being, number two? The cameras apparently, I did so much research on this based on public record. The cameras that usually film, there was a camera set up throughout the set. That camera setup that was there to usually film the actors acting, while they were being filmed, there was a closed circuit TV that everybody could see what was going on. That apparently didn't work. So, and then there were reports of live rounds. And then there's the Los Angeles Times said something about people were afraid to look in his eyesight, like he's some kind of deity. I can't speak. I won't speak. If you look in my eyes, don't do it. Don't look in my eyes. Don't look into my eyes. Don't do it. Bad things will happen if you look into my eyes. Don't do it. So, and then so why would you go on George Stephanopoulos and tell the world that you only pulled the hammer back when that's not even the way the firearm functions? So it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But anyway, so who knows? I mean, any other person almost certainly would be charged already. Doesn't look good for Mr. Baldwin, and he should never have done that very sad and pathetic George Stephanopoulos interview. He should never have done that. Whoever told him to do that did not tell him. If he reached out or they reached out to him, that was a bad idea. Because you don't go ahead and you don't say that. You don't say you're following directions, even if he's just following directions. If somebody tells you to do something like that could lead to anyone's loss of life, you don't do it. You don't do it. End of story. But here, Liz Cheney, how Trump team systematically snuffed out Liz Cheney's reign. See, everything with Trump is like, this is like the typical, this is how it happens, right? They can't just say how Trump, is revitalizing the Republican Party. Right? They can't just say that. They can't, God forbid, how Trump's team systematically snuffed the life out of Cheney's reign in Congress. Oh, Trump. Snuffing out the reign. Snuff reign. It's like everything's so dramatic with Trump. They can't just possibly Trump foe Liz Cheney defeated in Wyoming. And so you have a situation where, let's see, primary. Yeah. So there you go. There you go. Harriet Hagemen. Who are the 45,000 people who voted for Cheney? Jeez. I mean, for what? What's the purpose of doing that? Unless you want to go backwards in life and in the country. But God bless the people of Wyoming. Huge, huge victory for the country. Huge victory for the country. This was, you think about and this should show every Republican, it doesn't matter. The press coverage does not matter. This is why Avenatti is in prison now. Because he was on CNN and MSNBC hundreds of times, something like a couple hundred times. Exactly, JG. Michael Avenatti is an interesting case study in how media can ruin people's lives. Here's a man who, Avenatti 2020. Do you think I'm joking about that? We go from Alec Baldwin, Avenatti 2020. Oh my God. Politico, Michael Avenatti is winning the Democratic primary. Avenatti quietly builds 2020 machine. This is the media that's telling you that Trump is a menace to democracy. Okay? This is the media that tells you to hop on one foot and, juggle flaming bowling pins because experts tell you to do so. This is the media that tells you about WMD and before that Gulf of Tonkin, that Clinton winning in a landslide. This is the media that tells you that Trump colluded with the Kremlin. This is American media. This is who we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are Avenatti 2020. Avenatti 2020. He's in prison now for allegedly extorting Nike. And how that happens, I have no clue. I mean, how do you... And this is a case study in how media ruins people's lives. Avenatti, 100 times, CNN, MSNBC. So this was like 108 times since March 7th of 2018. But he was about 200 times, I think. Adam Schiff was on 200 times. I think maybe Avenatti was like 150, something like that. Maybe 150, 200 times. You're on CNN, MSNBC close to 200 times. And then you end up in prison. And so what's the lesson here? The lesson is that media will make you think that you can do anything. And media will give you some kind of sense of yourself that isn't accurate, that isn't real. And Liz Cheney is like, thinks she wants to run for president now. Like, okay, go ahead and do it. If you give to Cheney 2024, you have a lot of money to just waste. Or you're not the sharpest tool in the shed. So it's like these people are media creations. They say Trump is, in a way, Trump, this is the thing. Trump has had a relationship with media similar to the relationship Bill Clinton had in the Oval Office. Oh, don't bring me into this. Get your mind out of the gutter. We were talking about intercontinental ballistic missiles. Florida man bear! You like the Avenatti, huh? You like Avenatti 2020? Florida man bear, which is better, Avenatti 2020 or Cheney 2024? You know what? I'm going to change my channel from H.A. Goodman to Cheney Kinzinger 2024. Florida man bear, thank you! You know what? You know what needs to happen? Andrew Cuomo, Michael Avenatti 2020. Or Cuomo Smolier 2024. Sorry. Andrew Cuomo, something along those lines. Florida man bear, thank you again. Thank you as always. Okay, we need Florida man bear. Now you've gotten me thinking. Okay, who would you vote for? Hold on. Cheney 2024 or Avenatti? All right, come on. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. Who would you vote for? Cheney 2024 or Avenatti 2020? Come on. I don't know which one. Moto B, hello. Which one's better? Okay, we got one for Avenatti 2020. Yes, Stelter Tube and Joey. Oh, or how about this? Tubin Hunter 2020 or Tubin Bill Clinton. No, you can't run again. I'm just joking. Here, but I'll put like in an alternate universe here. So let me go ahead. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing here? In a nightmarish world, who would you vote for? Tubin Hunter 2024. You know it's going to be a wild West Wing. Or Cheney, Romney 2024. Okay. Come on now. You got to give me some votes. Oh, Smollett? That's a good one. Tubin Hunter 2024, Cheney Romney. These Zoom meetings will be very interesting. 82. Wow. Now I know the type of crowd I have. Very similar to me. Tubin Hunter 2024. Yes. I would write my own name. Smollett Hurt. Smollett Hurt. I ever heard Smollett. Tubin Hunter. Yeah, even Cheney Romney is hilarious. That's still Cheney. Oh my God, what a horrible. Could you imagine? All right, so here. So let's do another one. Okay. Okay, so who would you vote for? In an alternate nightmarish world, who would you vote for? Okay, would you? Okay. Here, this is a good one. Pelosi Cheney, 2024. Or AOC Hunter 2024. I'm just now I don't even. Oh no, you know what? Hold on 1 second. No, you'll leave it at that. Who would you vote for? Pelosi Cheney 2024 or AOC Hunter Biden 2024? Come on now. Wow, all 7 for AOC Hunter. Wow. Uh-oh, Pelosi Cheney coming back. AOC Hunter 2024. Looks like it's going to be all right. I got to stop that. Okay. I give Z status. Hello. So yeah, I mean, and we could do Andrew Cuomo, Juicy Smollett. We could do a whole lot. I mean, they could do a whole lot of. Let's see. You could do. Let's see. Andrew Cuomo and Hunter would be a good one. Alec Baldwin, Anthony Weiner. Oh my God. Whoopi McCain 2021. That's right. Yeah. So I mean, it's Yeah, it's ladies and gentlemen. We have Hagemen 113th. So you know what? It's interesting. 95% reported. So it's a huge day because Trump is the underdog. Nobody really sees this. They're so used to having the entire system on their side. They don't see that when it's leveled against one person, they think that's reality. You have to understand, the Washington Post, the New York Times, Jimmy Kimmel, social media algorithms, the world calls that reality. Or no, I should say half the world or half the electorate calls that reality. The other half says, okay, you're not bringing up Hunter's emails that show clear violations of the law. You're not bringing up a recession. You're not bringing up the lie that Joe told that he didn't know anything about his Hunter's activities, which he did. Hunter's activities are predicated upon Joe being in the vice president. He forced out a prosecutor now, we know almost certainly because of what those emails entail. And those the Democrats can't type an email without a scandal. Notice how, where's Trump's laptop? They don't have anything with Trump's laptop. They don't have anything with Trump's laptop. They don't have anything with Trump's laptop because he never left a laptop full of incriminating data. They have 11 boxes. Oh my God, big deal. Big deal. They have 11 boxes. So, it's like, and then you have, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. Rubini warns recession will be protracted, severe. It's going to be really bad, and it's not going to get any better going into, this is the thing. What Trump has unleashed is a complete paradigm shift in American politics. You can't, anyone who critiques Trump without critiquing Joe or Hunter, without looking and acknowledging the criminal activity that's there within those emails, or the fact that Clinton used servers that had top secret intelligence. How on earth did she transfer the data? We know Trump took a truck. It was like a U-Haul box or U-Haul truck. We don't know, and I want a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump 2024, but how did Clinton transfer top secret and special access program and classified data? They don't care. And how does President Obama have 30 million pages of unclassified documents? What does that even mean? 30 million pages? Who read those 30 million pages? Who read that? Here we have Michael Burry, corporate profits here, but Obama 30 million unclassified. Here. Is that possible? How is that even possible? Here's People Magazine. Fact check. Dun, 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 dun. Fact check. Are you believing lies from the Trumpers? Dun, 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 dun. Fact check. Fact check. Dun, 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 dun. Did President Obama illegally take 30 million pages of documents to Chicago? Well, of course not. Dun, 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 dun. So hold on, let's just look at million. Hold on. So 30 million pages he took. The National Archives said that the National Archives and Records Administration assumed exclusive legal and physical custody of Obama presidential records when President Obama left office in 2017, in accordance with the Presidential Records Act. The statement says, National Archives moved approximately 30 million pages of unclassified records. Who read the 30 million pages, and how long did it take for the National Archives? I'm calling you know what. You know the phrase, money talks, you know what walks? I'm calling that word. Because it ain't 30 million pages. Or it could be, but it's impossible to not have classified data within 30 million pages. How does that work? 30 million pages. Henry, man! People become politicians to enrich themselves. Exactly, they do. They do. Alan Butler! Thanks for giving hope to a guy living in Crook County, Illinois. Alan! Thank you, Alan. Zook Zookski! Good day, HA. Have a good one, dude. Thank you, Zook. Thank you so very much. Henry, thank you as always, Henry. Alan Butler, thank you, Alan. Thank you very, very much for watching. Thank you, Paul. How do you, 30 million pages? So here's how it works. When you have a Democrat or Republican that plays by the system, or that the system needs, no, the National Archives aren't going to make a big deal about anything. They're told 30 million pages, and that's it. But Trump has 11 boxes. 30 million pages of unclassified documents, just fine. 11 boxes! 11 boxes of classified data! 30 million pages, no problem at all. Just no problem. Does that make any sense at all? Brian, Peach Plugs. Alan, thank you again. Alan Butler, thank you. It's double space. Debbie! Debbie Jonker, thank you, Debbie! Thank you so very much, Debbie. And I appreciate you waiting, my goodness, Debbie. And you waited too. Debbie Jonker, thank you so very, very much, Debbie. And you waited. You were one of the original people here. You were one of the original people here, Debbie, and I appreciate your support. So kind of you. So sweet of you and so kind of you. As my Windows update from hell took forever. This is like the Windows update, it's like... Debbie, thank you so much. So kind of you, so sweet of you, and so awesome. Thank you. I got here, Debbie, at 9:26. Thank you, Debbie. 9:26. And I was like, I'm going to have a great live stream. Have 120 people waiting. It's going to be fantastic. What? No! And then it was... yeah, like the little thing that goes around. Debbie, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And it was like, don't turn off your computer. Windows update. Updating now. 0% done. 0% done. 0% done. Don't turn off your computer. 45 minutes. Cindy, hello. 45 minutes. Wow, J-Holt, thank you. Yep. My political evolution has been very interesting. Debbie, thank you so much. My political evolution has been interesting. And it's like, Madeline, thank you. And it's like, probably, Donnie, probably. It's like, this is how naive and gullible I was. Debbie, everybody here, Paul. I actually believed that James Comey and the Federal Bureau of Investigation were apolitical. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine that? Now, I wrote endlessly about, Hillary her servers, top secret intel, but now I want Hillary Clinton to be nominee. Because I want to see every left-leaning, socialist, edgy, liberal YouTuber, morally superior, highly educated. You have to understand that they're highly educated. They're very educated. I want them to say, vote for Hillary again. Because you can't have Trump. You can't have record highs in household median income. You can't have that. God forbid you have that. Who wants that? Yes, Jason, yeah. If I met a younger version of myself, I would explain to this person, hey, you know what? Sooner rather than later, leave the left. Oh my God. I'd be like, look, Bernie's getting cheated. They're going to blame Russia. They're going to blame. And guess what? 7 to 8 of your closest friends that you've known for 30 years will disown you because you're voting for Trump. But actually, you should know this. So it's actually a good thing. Because like the younger me would be like, what? What are you talking about? Wait? They would disown me because of politics? That person and that person too? And that person too? Yes. You have to understand. Oh my God. Their lives revolve around politics. Okay? You just can't trust certain people. So, Madeline, thank you. I know it's not much, but it's better than thank you so much. It is awesome. Are you kidding? It's fantastic. I joined a couple weeks ago, and I've caught you a couple times live. I appreciate your consistency. Y'all re-industrial society and its consequences. Thank you, Madeline. Thank you so very much, Madeline. Greatly, greatly appreciated, and I do appreciate you joining and watching these live streams. And thank you so very much. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated I appreciate the kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like we're slowly seeing, and Madeline, thank you. Debbie, thank you again, Debbie. We're slowly seeing a paradigm shift, a sea change in American politics. It's very difficult. We needed Trump. When you look at U.S. history, we needed Trump at this moment in time. And I think that in their effort to destroy Donald Trump, they ended up doing that to the country. His last year in office was one of the greatest economic catastrophes of all time, and it wasn't his doing. Democrats, media, multinational organizations that for some reason people worship, and I have no clue why. I mean, I kind of understand why, but when we shut down economic activity, we opened up a Pandora's box of problems. And I don't think that we're going to get Nuna, thank you. I don't think that we're going to rebound for a while. And as I beg for Super Chat, Debbie and Madeline and everybody here and Paul, I urge everyone to save your money. Because you know what? Obviously, hit subscribe to this channel. I might change the stock market crash channel of almost 20,000 subs to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Let me ask you this. You tell me. Now, this is actually going to be a real poll. Should I change the stock market crash channel back to H.A. Goodman's other channel? So I'd have another channel with the same, another political channel. It's almost at 20,000 subs. It used to be H.A. Goodman's other channel. but it became the stock market crash channel. And so I'm thinking maybe turning the nuclear confrontation channel to the stock market crash channel. This is actually a really important vote, so got 3 votes. Okay. 8 votes. Okay, 75 yes, 25% no. Okay, let me just wait. So please go ahead. Thank you, J-Hold. Thank you. No, because stop, listen, think. Yes, I agree with you. J-Hold, I think I will. All right. Got 14 votes. I need some more votes, people. Help me out. This is the best focus group you can ask for. Change the... Donnie, Trump's 11 Boxes channel. I'm going to change it to Trump's 11 Boxes channel. All right, I think that I'm going to do that. I think I'll do that tonight. H.A. Joey, H.A. Goodman's other stock market crash channel. And then I'll make a 4th channel, H.A. Goodman's other stock market crash channel. All right. I think that's not bad. Okay. All right. There was a while back. All right. A favorite Trump moment would be good, but then I'd have to get clips, and then it would be a big copyright issue and a huge issue with that stuff. Nouriel Roubini, fantastic economist. That's what I say. As I beg for super chat, save your money, everybody. It's going to get bad. If, God forbid, you're in a situation where you're working for somebody, make sure that you have another job potentially another place that you could work or start a YouTube channel or a business or something, because there could be layoffs, massive layoffs. It's going to get bad. This whole thing with oil prices going down because of a recession, it's like they're going to go back up very, very soon. Demand, we don't have the supply. Demand has outpaced supply. And the numbers pertaining to demand and supply are a little bit like, you look at, in terms of the world, you go from 120 Brent crude to 90 within a week or 2 weeks. It's like, demand hasn't changed that rapidly in 2 weeks. So it's going to go back to where it was, unfortunately, for everybody. And then inflation will go back up. And the thing is, if interest rates go... See, every time they raise interest rates, which they shouldn't do, by the way. Thank you, Debbie. They shouldn't raise interest rates. They shouldn't raise interest rates. Exactly, meet John Doe. When they're raising interest rates, they're prolonging the recession. And then they say, well, we have to raise interest rates to get inflation. It's like, well, no, but you have to make sure that your economy grows and that you have energy costs that continually stay low or go down. Oil prices will eventually go back up. You look at oil prices now, they've gone down. But it's going back up. So this is not going to stay. West Texas Intermediate is the U.S. benchmark for oil that we produce in North America or in the U.S. And Brent crude is oil from OPEC countries and around the world, or OPEC countries. And it's going to go back up above 100. So will WTI crude. Once it goes back above 100, you're going to have a very tough time with inflation and a very tough time stopping the recession. So then you're talking about the market is going to crash, unfortunately, much more than it has. And I predicted all of this. So still $2 higher, exactly. So this is not, it's not going to stay, unfortunately, it's not going to stay, the oil prices are not going to stay where they are. They're going to go back up. And they're going to go back up, by the way, right before midterms. Midterms are going to be a political slaughter for Democrats. Not going to be good. It's going to be real bad. So, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Debbie, thank you so much for waiting and for being so kind. And Madeline, everybody here, thank you. Paul, everyone here, thank you so very, very much. Zook, Alan, Henry, Jordan B., and Debbie Jonker, thank you again. So kind of you. Hit subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, to this channel. Hit subscribe. We'll go back to H.A. Goodman's other channel. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much, everybody. God bless you all. Huge day for the country, for the republic, for democracy. This is what democracy is about. This is a great day for democracy. This is a great day for democracy. Stop, listen, think. Thank you so very much. Eric, everybody here. Paul, JG, thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. God bless you all. Thanks, everybody. Huge, huge,